think we've got some family in the house. Guys, let me know if you can try to use this new chat overlay. Is there any chat here? We are live, yo. Not sure if I can see your chat. What? Nevertheless, let me see if I can. Here we go. There's 8 of us in the building. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A lot of fear out there. Do let me know if you can hear me. And if you can't hear me, it's okay. I'll work on it. Bitcoin is flashing the value signal against gold. Interesting. We have a new Fed chair announced, and everyone is feeling rather bearish. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Families in the building already. Hey, you don't see any little hands here. Full screen here. Yo, what's up, family? So, Bitcoin, gold, silver, loud and clear. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much there. My brother in the building. I just had a chat. I just had a lovely chat with Muzzy in the Discord, and basically we kind of like, we looked at the market, man, and we're thinking, at the end of the day, guys, it's there's a new Fed chair. So who is Kevin Warsh? So I'll give you my absolute 100% feeling about the new Fed chair that was appointed, of course, to replace Fed Powell. And of course, there's that billionaire class, but I do believe he is very credible, right? At the end of the day, he's a man. Let me turn this down a little bit. The music is playing. All right, guys, that's probably better. So hello to you all. Welcome back to the channel. I know there's a lot of fear out there, but what's already happened? Gold signal. We talked about a lot of those in the Discord. But yeah, who is Kevin Warsh? This is going to be a very good appointment, in my opinion. And I think he was somebody that Trump was regretting to appoint first time round, right? So he rectifies whatever he's done. But let me go back before I skip over, before I forget. Me and Muzzy were talking in the Discord, and we were talking about this idea of just ECAing and chilling, right? A few questions, by the way. Big up to every single one of you. There's only 6 of us there. That, you know, the audience numbers have fallen drastically because no one gives a shit about crypto. But that's precisely when you actually end up changing your life. 82,300 right now, and some change. Yeah, big up to Muzz. Muzz is in the building. And we were just talking in the Discord, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because Muzz is obviously an OG. He's my brother. We've been through thick and thin, and we've seen crazy stuff, ups and downs. And I love the fact that he just told me, man, listen, I'm chilling the F out. I'm DCAing into my core place. And that means a lot because when you have somebody like Muzzy, who's obviously been in the market for a long time, I don't understand, like, you know, there's bags that I've built in the last 1 year that I could only dream of previously. So there's a lesson to learn from that. Abdel in the building, hit the likes. Big up yourself, brother. Good to see you. And of course, I'm using a new platform today with my Mexi hat. I've been unwell for the last few days, but work rate's not dropping at all, lads. So who's Kevin Warsh and why does it matter? So this was one of the top runners to take over the Fed back in 2017, and unfortunately, Trump did not appoint him. Instead, he regretted and appointed Powell. But this guy has I think he's a former JP Morgan. He's married to the Estee Lauder Lauder or whatever it is, empire. He's a billionaire. Of course, he has pretty much a stacked CV when it comes to his Wall Street connections. That billionaire class, of course. And as always, when it comes to someone like this, you've got to wait and see. Is this guy going to do what Trump wants? Or is this guy going to be what I want to be when I want to be type of fella like Powell? And in my opinion, so this is who he is. And I think sometimes it's good to know so many people would have only been in the market during Powell's time. Powell's like our granddad. But links to Trump, basically, he's got the ideological ties to Trump. That's key, right? You want to work with the Fed. He met Trump back in January, so last week, to discuss the role. 2017 finalist. What else can I give you about this new Fed chair? He's going to, of course, replace Powell, strategic advisor to Trump already. I think that's quite key. And so we definitely will talk about Toshi as well, bro. But this guy has all the experience. And what you really need to know about Kevin Warsh is that he's obviously been on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. And he obviously served as a governor from 2006 to 2011, and he's got obviously served as White House Special Assistant for Economic Policy to President Trump. And so this guy comes in, former Morgan Stanley, academic research, blah, blah, blah. But one thing you know is he's a Trump ideologue. And that aligns with everything we're seeing with gold, market stability, rotation towards whenever liquidity improves. Well, obviously now that Trump has no longer the need to pick fights with the Fed, this guy may end up being as independent as you will ever get. But at least this is his man. Of course, the last guy was his man, and the difference between Powell and Walsh, I think, would be maybe personality front, maybe being close to the president and holding key economic roles, specifically as an envoy to the White House for economic affairs. And of course, that's going to be key, right? If you're going to work with Trump, then you've got to be one of the mandates, one of the insiders. So this is going to be bullish, in my opinion. I think the markets will see this as a very bullish catalyst. Of course, everybody's now repeating the same thing. Oh, we're going to 60,000, we're going to 50,000. And of course, we'll talk about the bear flag. But guys, if you look at actually what's happened to Bitcoin over time, this idea that, of course, hedge funds are starting to look at the potential of Bitcoin being a much better value. You have to remember, don't look at the price of $89,000 or $80,000 or $60,000, whatever it ends up being. Think about the fact that Bitcoin is a smaller market cap than the likes of gold, silver, and the majority of the mature assets globally. So that's the way you need to think about your rotation. And I believe in crypto, otherwise I would never be in it for as long as I haven't suffered in it for as long as possible. So do not listen to the sensational headlines. It's gonna be crazy, right? I see Peter there cracking me up, bro. Let me just go back to trading. Sorry, guys. I'm just coming out of this. I've been bedridden all day long. But yeah, it's what Payne fellas, this is what we wanted, right? Absolutely. So interesting to see the crypto total market cap, you know, 2.8 trillion, right? At the same time, dollars was falling quite significantly. Crude oil prices are the one to watch. You see, natural gas is already up. And of course, the US 10-year yield is pretty much flat. It's always good to look at these. But if we go to the Ethereum at 2.7, right? And we look at Toshi, there's a good question there for Toshi. But I really want you guys to understand this. Like, we need a catalyst. Without a catalyst, we're not going anywhere. Right? It's as simple as that. So if we look at the BTC chart, let's just take one of these. Like, let me take this one. Just remove the. Right. Okay. So here's an idea that I've been talking about within the group, and I'm not sure if some of you have seen this. And again, this is rudimentary, and it's not exact science, but it is science when you actually see exactly what the catalysts are. And I just think, I mean, we did talk about this last time, guys. Regardless, so I'm undecided as to how this dip plays out. But if we go by the previous market dips, right? So we had our bear market low. We had 2023 as a consolidation year. But have a look at this. So Bitcoin does not move without a major big up to my brother Steve from Yorkshire as well. Peter in the building as well. The how, any Toshi bottom range. Yes, bro. Yes, brother. I'll come back to you on this. 52-week moving average, getting ready for a 70 to 60k Bitcoin. True. So we'll look into all of these. Just stop that. But if you look at 2024, guys, logically, so this is like FTX low here. So we had a consolidation period. So even if I remove that, right? Let's just remove that for clarity. So we had FTX, and then we've just had one narrative after the other. So without a narrative, first of all, I doubt if Bitcoin moves at all. So we need something quite pivotal. So 2025 was the election rally, and we got that. Had like a crazy move. Like each one of these rallies, off the bottom, we had a crazy move. But each one of these was pretty much specific. So 2024, 2023, 2024, it was all about the ETFs. We were supposed to be on the ETFs. So what Peter is basically saying is, if this is the full bear market, 30k could be on the table. Either way, we're prepared. Yeah, imagine seeing Tower $100, and I'll come to that because that makes me really excited. Because at the end of the day, I know it's going to be tough, but it's going to depend on what the plan is, right? You know, some of the bags now, we've been buying quite a bit at the bottom, in my opinion, or relatively low. So if we do get a bit into Tau, absolutely, bro, no need to panic at all, because if we get a Tau on $100, but I saw something today, and that was quite intriguing, right? So if this is a bear market, if the business cycle, as Pete said, if this is a bear market, then of course things will get more brutal. However, we will have opportunities that will absolutely change our lives. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, I started to change my crypto outlook anyway to kind of like post-Trump, or 2030. I'm looking down the line. I'm not trying to get rich quick now, and thank God for that, because anybody who's trying to get rich quick, this is not the industry to do it. Yes, you will hit on a meme coin. We did fucking, like, I remember the time when I did mad numbers on Peanut. off the back, I'm sitting next to my wife on the sofa, and she's obviously showed me the TikTok trend that was going on at the time. Crazy money. But this is different. This is like really understanding how the Solana or the Cardano or the ETH millionaires are made, right? People have been buying way before there was conviction. You know, when crypto had Gary Gensler, when it was completely illegal. Bitcoin whales will tell you, man, we've been buying this on the Silk Road. So there is like, the industry will remain, but it will take a lot of people out. And I think who's ever here now, when you can see things like the viewer numbers, you know, the volume of people participating, interacting with crypto, exchange volumes, everything is low. And Pete said, I'm excited. Honestly, outside of crypto, my life is great, and doesn't faze me. Absolutely, bro. What an unbelievable. That's exactly how we need to be looking at things. And crypto, to be honest, it's addictive, because the ability to program people's minds in quick gains. I think once you look at yourself in the mirror, I have a massive board there, and that board kind of like, it's like a DCA board, and I look at that on average like a couple of times, a week. If the market is moving quite fast, I'd be updating that quite quickly. But quite simply, I have targets and potential exit levels, but nothing more than that, because yes, we are looking at this as 1, 2, 3 trends that really moved crypto from the last bear market. First trend was the good old ETFs that really, and once you actually see the decisive moves, then you realize actually what we're looking for is not that daunting potentially. So these were the 3 moves, 1, 2, 3, culminating to this kind of end of tariffs, and there was a better liquidity there. I have to admit, there was better liquidity at the end of April, because the Fed started to pull some assets, put some money into the markets. So nearly 84,000 now. Perhaps maybe there's news on the government shutdown. I'm not really sure, but that's the 3 count that we've had. So if this was our bull market, then you could arguably, you can comfortably say actually, that we've had 1, 2, and 3 runs at this in 2025, from 2023, to 2025. Now, all eyes go on to 2026. What is the catalyst here? What are we doing in 2026? And in my opinion, as Peter said, it could mean one of 2 things. We are either, you see this order block here? So if there's an extended business cycle, as many kind of big boys are saying out there, like Raoul Powell and the liquidity guys, remember the M2 money supply, YouTubers were running with it. Oh, global M2 money supply is going exponential. Yes, it's only relevant when you notice something, then everybody picks it up. But ultimately, the truth is, this was 1, 2, 3 move for Bitcoin. And this is a critical level. And this is an area where you have moving averages. Of course, you've got an order block there on the weekly. So it could mean one of 2 things. If we stay above, kind of like, we could even drop down to the 70s, but if we stay above 70,000, 74,000, 76,000, maybe even hold the 80,000, which was a very important level here in this previous dip, then we can say safely that this is going to be another catalyst for 2026. And that catalyst would be a number of things. 1 would be the Clarity Act. 2, it would be the economy. So the economy itself would be an important factor to consider. What the Fed does, a catalyst here could be. It could also be So there's a number of things, right? So the new Fed, monetary policy, right? So new Fed, economy. We have the Clarity Act, of course. So let's just put Clarity Act here. What else can stimulate us for the gold, heavy gold rotation, which we haven't really seen now. So these could be, let me just delete this one. In 2026, we have number of different catalysts. But for me, if we strike out the, like say for example, the economy, because it's going to be depending, like if the stock market corrects heavily, that pushes us further into a fully grown fully blown bear market. But the Clarity Act is coming along, and although they are not shouting about this right now, they're not saying how important it is, and retail really doesn't understand what this is going to mean. If Senate committee confirms move to, so this is low-key bullish. Independence or irrelevance, like they are underplaying this so much, and people are getting caught up by this. But make no mistake, this would be a catalyst, just like what we've had here. So that could be a potential. Yes, heavy rotation from gold is also a catalyst, but you need something like the Clarity Act with a new Fed chair and so forth. And that's what's going to move crypto. So I'm bullish ultimately for these, regardless of where the low is. You're not going to find the low, and you're definitely not going to find the high. It's always a game of probability, and the bag is looking mean, sexy with some stable coins on the side. And I'm not touching my stable coins. So with that, we can move to, I think, yeah, we can move to some other. So let's have a look at Canton. Let's have a look at CC here. Oh, damn it, man. I tell you what, it's not a good place. It's not a bad place to take some profit here. But it is literally, that's a key level right there. Yeah, you see that's a resistance right there. Let's have a look at this on the daily. Yeah, it's likely to pull back, but what a beauty, huh? I'm holding some. I may just start reducing, taking some profits here, to be fair. I leave the rest to run. Volume is better, but not crazy, right? And it's oversold. So if you're holding, obviously, if you're holding this bad boy, I suggest you take some profits now. In fact, I know there's few people holding this in the community. So I will, because I entered this quite nicely. But yeah, it's Canton about to have a massive dump. Watch this weekend. Definitely a small bag worthy though. Yeah, 100%. I think what people don't realize about Canton is they got something called the burn mint equilibrium, and it is a fantastic project if the demand continues. So this is going to bring in all of this TradFi money into the crypto, and by the way, they are already doing that, right? They're working with their DTCC. I'm gonna sell some, man. 100%. Like, I know it's pumping, but you know, from 10 cents here, it just. Yeah, let me just tell the dudes here. Sorry, lads. Yeah, big news as well, by the way. Jupiter will be integrating directly into the DEX, into Coinbase. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is going to be bullish for shitcoin trading, right? You no longer need to list tokens on there, especially a lot of the meme coins and stuff like that, because Jupiter will now be integrated into the Coinbase exchange directly. On-chain trading stack. That's going to be insane. That means millions of Solana-based tokens are now traded on Coinbase for the first time ever, all through Jupiter. That's also bullish for Jupiter, by the way, rather than slow manual process of listing tokens, centralized order book. That's key. Coinbase is now using on-chain technology to grant instant access of Solana native assets under new integration. And by the way, Jupiter has another catalyst, which is the Jupiter event that's taking place over there in Malaysia. So on that basis, so Trump's going to sign this. No doubt, Trump is just going to pen this. He don't give a shit. Like he's just going to sign it. But right now, the way the market is moving on this is everybody will tell you about the banks and CBDCs, and they don't understand, man. They don't know what they're talking about. They are deliberately suppressing by the time this is billed as a major breakthrough for crypto, the assets will already have shot up. So I think it's a way of waiting for institutions to catch up and obviously break the market down first and then send it ultimately. So you've got to really certain RWA projects are going to be incredibly key. By the way, since we've been on, oh no, what is going on here? Crazy volume. That's insane, man. Nice little pump from 80, what was it? 81,800 to 84. That's a decent move, man. Not bad at all. What else are we looking at? Toshi. Now, the thing with Toshi is, I've been telling people, there's few people in the comments that have been saying, man, Toshi is cheap enough. I always say crypto, man, you can never say it's too cheap, right? Could always, get a better price. My milestone here is sub 100 million, and we're so close to it, right? When it comes to meme coins, you've got to really think about the levels you're breaking. So there was a brother here that was saying, Toshi for a potential reversal price. So I would say, first of all, we get back under $100 million market cap, and it's looking good, bro. Toshi's down 80% for the year, which is amazing. And I say amazing because I'm one of those people, man. I'm built differently. I see the opportunity and I wait for it. I don't care. There's a difference between fear and a calculated entrance into a market, or like Muzzy would say, DCA small amounts that's very controlled, right? Teeny bits and pieces here and there. But when it was at 150 million or 180 or whatever it was, I think it was even at $200 million. I said, I'm waiting for this to be sub 100 million. And everybody was like, what? It's already cheap enough? Well, it's cheaper now. It's almost like this football analogy, Gordon Banks, they think it's all over. Jeff Hurst, it is now. AI is still a thing. What do you think about AI companions? Yeah, I'll look into that for you, Brodsky. So if we look at Toshi, man, we know the price now has come to a level where potentially it could break some 100 million. I think it will. If you look at this, let's look at this on the. Let's have a look at those 4 hours. Let's go to the daily. So you see, I've had Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we have come below this level. And in my opinion, if we've done that, right, you could argue just that trend line is now useless. This is also, that's a decent level. I need a daily candle close below this. And where are we now? 3363. Are we 3363? 2749 is where we are now. Look, man, it is closer to the bottom than it is to its top, right? So this, this yellow line, this golden line here was my demand zone, and it looks like it's coming to it, and that is going to be 2456. That's insane. That's beautiful, right? Below that, 100 million. It's only 3 million, 3.5 million above, 12 billion in volume. It's cheap enough, but at the same time, what you want is maximum bargain, right? So look at this max chart here. Still has this, it's broken this uptrend. So yeah, I mean, with DCA slowly, I suppose, but 2461 is where we are. We are with Toshi. And I think Toshi's market cap should play out between 100 million and about maybe 50 to 100 million, right? That would be below 100 million. I'll start buying. Then I'll wait for maybe 70 million, buy a little bit more, 50 million ultimate bargain before the market reverses. AI companions. Is AI a thing? Yes, AI is a massive thing, and I'll show you. My favorite AI coin is absolutely being, it's just being stush, man. I'm not gonna lie. The How needs to make us happy. Can't laugh, bro. Don't make me laugh. Yo, what's up, peeps? How you doing? Tau USDT. Tau USDT. Sorry, guys. I hope you can hear me because, like I said, I'm feeling like. All right, yo, Bitenta Tau. So, why am I showing you Tau when you've asked me about AI companions? Because it's always good to use a blue chip to gauge what we're looking at in terms of value and demand. Of course, I will look at AI companions as a project. But back in April or August 2024, Bitenta Tau went to tap this 160 order block. Right there. So every time, like I keep saying in every show, every time Tau comes down over here, it gets picked up quite nicely. Then he comes back over here, 160. The low in the last dip back in April was 171. Yet, of course, this crash here is barely doing numbers, like doesn't want to drop in deep into the demand zone. But what I would say to you is AI is still one of the most relevant niches, and AI companions, on the other hand, is actually pumping today. Historically, this has been a bit of a pump and dump. It looks like it goes up and then distributes for a while and then pumps again. So this is kind of like it's one of them ones, right? Like look at that straight. I've always found fully diluted, yes, and the chart does when it moves, right? And when it falls, it falls. Now, granted, it has good tokenomics, low trading volume. I'm not really like with these kind of like I think this is an AI agent based on BSC. I'm not genuinely bullish on BSC coins, right? That's just the way it is. They just have to have some kind of a Binance thing going on. Is this in Binance Alpha perhaps? AI companions markets don't really show crazy amount of volume. 89% from all-time high back on the October 5th, which was at 58 cents. I think you could get better AI overall project for your money. I think there's tons of AI projects that could potentially be better than this. Again, I don't want to put you off it, of course, but I want to give you an honest opinion. And if this had some kind of a listing schedule or in Binance Alpha for scheduled or some kind of a pump again, then I'd consider that. But if you look at their roadmap here, phase 3, Q1, so on expanding end user generated platforms, including gamification and play to earn. Yeah. Team has about 15%, 70% is in liquidity, not bad. Advice has got 5%. Partnerships 10%. Look, at the end of the day, just do your own research on this and make sure crypto banter. I mean, what is there? It's probably that they got big KOLs, so they got the 5% of the token supply, right? That explains it. Mario No Foul, Altcoin Daily, and of course crypto banter. So perhaps has the ability to go viral, but I wouldn't be too. Yeah, Muzzy is right. Go near Moonbag of DAI, deep value right now, limited downside. So big near and Moonbag of DAI. I mean, I think I haven't been in DAI for a while after I got burnt, but I agree with you, bro. Like I haven't seen it actually. Let's have a look at the. Let's have a look at the DAI 01 Labs. Shit, $1 million market cap. I mean, are they still around? I mean, most charts in crypto are left anyway. Hiring decentralized AI. Yeah, it looks like the website's also been updated since the last time I had a look. But I would probably say Near is a bigger market cap, right? Near Protocol is what? 1.7 billion, fully diluted. This is in deep value. This is probably one of the best AI projects. I have to admit, I've done a deeper comparison between Near and I should actually release a video on this. I did a deep dive into Near versus some of the cow ecosystem projects. So this is but they will. These guys will bank for sure. I think it'll be a top 50, top 20 AI project. I just feel like when it comes to a direct comparison, it's going to be tough to beat the Tensor Tau. But I think this is one that I've been buying DCA in small amounts here and there. Yeah, good shout to first of all, Muscle. Thank you for that, bro. Active on X as well. That's very, very good to hear. Very good to hear, bro. Do you think the 4-year cycle is dead? Or do you think October the 6th was the high of the 4-year cycle and play to schedule? I think with the benefit of hindsight, people like Mr. Bitcoin, Ben Cowan was saying that the 4-year cycle played to exact. But I tend to disagree. I think if we talk about the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, it's closer to, in fact, that was a 4-year cycle for Bitcoin with 3 massive pumps, right? Technically going all the way to 126. But if you look at the altcoins, right? We did nothing. So from that perspective, either something is completely wrong, right? Or the structure of the cycle has changed. I tend to think it's more liquidity driven. I think it's more liquidity driven. And when you look at the end of QT historically, from the end of QT was, you've got to have a period where things break potentially before they bring back the money into the markets. Appreciate that. Muzzy said, "I love these tunes, broski." Yeah, man, this is what I do, right? Like, I chill sometimes when I'm doing research, listening to hip hop all day long. But if things don't change, and of course Trump doesn't chill, man, I may end up listening to missiles. if the war in the Middle East kicks off, man, we need to bring in some bunkers, or maybe move to Barnsley. That would be a lot safer than hanging around in these ends. But yeah, this is a really good. It's called the X Reaper Studios. It is quite clean as well.
Just you, building your app.
Only me.
On base 44.
Sometimes, beats are just the best thing to listen to, right? Cheers for that, bro. So yeah, man, look, we're looking at these coins right now and think they're very expensive, but when you actually look at them logically within a particular, we had this alt season here, according to this index, and that was the Trump rally, and then there's this bid in October, but really, they were selective altcoin runs, and not a full market send. So crypto will be fine. Crypto will be fine in the long term. I just feel like those who've suffered enough will ultimately leave the market. And I think it's only the hardcore that's going to build. Because bear markets, regardless, anyway, they are there for the build. So if we look at Nansen as well, let's have a look at some Nansen. Yeah, this is going to be, once you start seeing, we will get a major run once we start seeing this liquidity table come back down, liabilities for the Fed. I think this is going to be inevitable. This is a very good indicator of how money is going to flow back into the market. Once you see this going parabolic and move, how much price of risk assets at least rise in the short term. Let's have a look at what this says. It's going to be quite interesting. So layer 0 is getting a love. Let's have a look at layer 0. Layer 0 ZRO token is up. You see that? It's crazy, right? It tells you exactly what's going on in the market. Then you can execute. Yeah, Canton's holding very well. It's just because I bought a little bit of it in actually a decent bag at a very good price. I wanted to take a little bit off the table, just a teeny weeny bit. But yeah, layer 0's move is purely based on money flow. So here's what's happening right now. Remember this token that I was thinking was a scam coin, right? So inflows right now, layer 0 is locking it down with a 4 million inflow. Coinbank, I have no idea what this is on BNB. Net flow 140k. Copper Inu. This has got a net flow draw 40 minus 40%. Copper Inu. Yeah, when the market flips, bro, base is gonna be Clanger. Look, Clanger's doing very, very well. 25%, 40k net flow. Wrap BTC. And whenever you see this, look, USDT balance increase because there's market uncertainty, right? And then you've got USDC uncertainty. And that combined is a kind of like a risk off indication. Most tokens are showing volatility. ZRO has the strongest institutional signal with a $4 million momentum. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think base is where base is where it's at, bro. Base is where it's at. You've got a little invasion here, man. Can we see Casper at 80 cents? I can retire. Beeps. Fingers crossed, man. Legs crossed. Everything you can cross it. But Casper is an interesting one. What Casper lacks, copper, beautiful copper bean. I can't. Muslim man's gonna die, bro. Jesus, man's gonna die, bro. Killing me. Yeah, so let me deal with that ass. Listen, give them the periodic table, bro. That's Jimmy is posting some juice in there. So Casper at 50 cents. So let me tell you what's going on with Casper, guys. Casper is a brilliant technology. Okay. It's going to retire people. When Casper gets a TVL, a developer activity, right? And then the network goes up. Because right now, if you think about a chain making revenue and that type of thing. So right now, it's mostly minor rewards, right? So once Casper gets that, I think Casper would be a top 20, top 30 project. I genuinely do. I think it's going to be an enormous growth. From a technology standpoint, from when you look at the proof of work crowd with the genuine Bitcoin fundamentals, there's hardly anything in the market. Litecoin, you've got all of the OGs as well. Sui and Sol for the next cycle. Very good question. So I think we will see $1 Casper, $2 Casper one day. But this is why the market is giving us such a loving right now, because God wants us to retire with all of the different opportunities there. You just have to have big cojones, a strategy, touch the wood, fingers crossed, and then lock in. If you can't lock in, one of the greatest things I've ever heard was like, just son, go, something my dad used to say to me, son, go and plant your seed. go plant your seed and let it grow and leave it alone. And these are the things that we don't do in crypto, right? We plant, we like to use the fridge. We don't like to grow our seeds in the long term, and largely that is because the market has conditioned people for these short-term gains. I've done 20x on here and and then you feel like the urge. You just have to DCA and chill, like bro said. Just DCA and bloody chill. And if you buy something, if you're gambling now, there's prediction markets anyway. The meme coin bros are fucked, because now there's a different. That's why you see less YouTubers doing content now, because there isn't that rubbish. So in a way, the market is actually better for the serious people to make money long term. And Casper going to $1 is as certain as I can think of any technology right now. It just doesn't have any bloody. There's nothing being built on it. There's Casper Pay. There's a few other projects there. But it just needs a bit of concentration on that side of things. And I think technology-wise, is 10 out of 10. Is incredibly fast for a proof of work project. And then that question, I agree with Muzzy. Sui is better value than Sol by a mile. By a mile, because it's a smaller market cap. It is definitely going to appreciate more over time. And you know what? You've got people like you got big VCs like Raoul Pal and these people. Look, man, the story that says I was early to Sui is just equally as good as the story that says I was early to Solana or Ethereum. That's what they do. You have to understand their psychology. I see all their wallets. I see their I see all the things that they're doing, right? And partially, it's to do with planting that seed and leaving it alone. And I think Sui is going to be, they will run it as a new Solana whenever this market goes into the next into the next run. Marty said, true community memes are worth a punt. I pick Momo on Sol. Big facts, bro. I think you're right. If it has like your Momos, like your like your big community tokens with the Cabal, some of those SPXs and all of that stuff. I think Morad has been dumping a ton of tokens as of late. I think those will do very well. I think those will do very well. Even like stuff like Wojak that nobody gives a damn about, it just stays there as a cultural icon, right? Yeah, all plans. I mean, hopefully Trump doesn't attack Iran. And if he does, I think there's going to be an oil trade there for sure. What's the market cap of Momo, bro? Let's have a look at Momo. You know what? Let's do something here. Shout, Muzzy. Have a look at Momo. Up 12%, Momo. What's the market cap? Just 3 million. Damn. I remember this used to be way bigger. I mean, that tells you all about the tension, right? Momo got up to 40 mil, 37 million. So right now, I mean, again, it's a good time to pay attention to good coins. But let's have a look at this Momo contract. See who's this Mexi wallet. Mexi wallet. Okay. Decent amount of some wallet, I think. So look, balance is shooting up, but the price is coming down. So it's under heavy accumulation, which is great. Just don't go big on it, on the micro. Yeah, 100%. But I think if you look at this, Muzzy, you've basically got an accumulation, especially well accumulation is going up. Smart money is okay. I mean, how many smart money wallets? I mean, their balances haven't changed regardless of price. But you can only see there's a million tokens held by smart wallets. And that's a $3,000, 4.7 received, altogether 5 million. Who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? So he's got Pengo, Feedcoin, and Asscoin. Is this Supo? Oh my days! I was looking at Supo's wallet the other day, man. Absolutely incredible. It's got like hundreds of like shit coins. Too many for my liking. So this Chad here is holding. What is he holding? A million Momo, Pengo. What's this? Star season. What is this? Stream season. Yeah, this must be linked to a million tokens there. Hardly any sold. Sideline, another shit coin. See, some people just hold shit coins, which is mad if you think about it. But he's a trader anyway, so I'm sure he's trading some of these ass, feed, whatever coins he can get his hands on. Yeah, Momo balance, man. Balance is looking good, broski. Balance is looking very good. You know, people are, balance is going, and of course, token price is going down, but balance is just either maintaining or going up, which is pretty decent. But that crossover happened because here the balance was dumping back on January 4th. And then the price was peaking, but they started to buy in. The 19th of January, they crossed over. So for now, anyway, they're holding. For now, they're holding. Just talking about AI companions is up 11%. So there is a bit of a relief. I think it's, let me see. See if there's any front coming from here. Yeah, so we have absolutely averted. That's why the market is running, which is very good. Digital, so they've struck a deal. Yeah, they've just struck a deal. Funding deal. Yeah. Yeah. That's why the market is running right now, which is great to see, actually. Disaster averted. Good. which is good. They can scramble to yeah, Ondo was another one, man. Ondo, I think somebody was asking about Ondo, Ondo Finance. The unlock has happened. Tokenomics have improved, albeit the price is attractive. 30 cents, could it go lower? Yeah, look, that recovery is just crazy on market cap, man. Let's see what the price is saying. So Ondo is a good one, 1.5 billion. But if it comes under $1 billion, I think it would be all out finger trigger. Aave, instead of Aave, I've set my sights on Morpho with Aave fundamentals. In fact, Aave's chart is ridiculous, right? You look at this, we'd go back to, when was this? 2022. Throughout the whole of 2024, Aave just sat at a level below $100. It peaked and then it dropped below $100. Right now, 141. But it looks, you know, the chart looks super strong. Clean glass. Holy crap, bro. 24 hours. That's unbelievable, bro. Yeah, virtuals. Is it 50 cents? Bro, I swear, I saw virtuals earlier at 70. Virtual. Holy moly. It did hit. Right. I just wonder, like, I thought 58 was probably a good level. $58, even if we go, yeah, wow, 50 cents. Yeah, I think we would. That's a trigger happy. That's gonna be the trigger happy family right there. Let's see what we printed here. Yeah, the strong sell. Sell. Immediate sell. Sell. Let's do it. So yeah, the interesting, bro. Yeah, we may end up seeing it. Yeah, we may end up seeing it. But look, this is the blue line that I had for a while. I mean, all the way back from this period here, back in April 24. But this was a previous resistance back in September, November 24. This was like the key, super key level in April 25. It's kind of like support resistance here. There was kind of support over there before the price absolutely skyrocketed. So I kind of put that level as a key level. This thing was like, we could see something like this. I mean, this is like a 10x, 8x, 8.5x move, which is mad. Downside 1 billion got licked. Oh, this is insane, man. This is insane, bro. Yeah, all of those bearish fuckers with their backsides handed to them. It's difficult, man. Look, it's a dangerous game. You know, saying for definite this thing is going to move here or there. We knew all week long this was going to be a major catalyst. And if they're avoiding to shut the government down, then all of a sudden that becomes a next level crazy opportunity, right? $84,000. What are we saying here? What are we saying here? 4 hours. D stands. I haven't really heard of that coin, Broski. I'll take a look. Have a look at it for you, bro. What's it called? Ghostware OS. Ghostware OS, aka Ghost. Brilliant ticker, by the way. Fully diluted valuation. Decent volume to market cap. Wait a minute. Was this to do with the 160% in the last 7 days? I think I've seen this before. It's in internet sees too much. Ghosted. Okay. So there's where, okay, erase your fingerprints across communication wallet's identity. Okay. Interesting. Ghost rate in 87%. Stronger anonymity. Okay. One-click shadow handle through Telegram. More. Okay. So relay intelligence. Self-hosted. Optional. I'm gonna ask one question here. Why wouldn't I use auto-generate? Okay. Aliases that forward and reply without exposing your real ID. Go scrub. Okay, specifically to wallets. That looks okay. AI task prioritization. What do you mean? So here's the thing. Normal VPNs apply screen, wallet tracer cleaner, metadata eraser, erasure. What's that? Self-hosted relays. Your questions answered. What does it do? It hides your. So basically, it's a VPN, right? The question that I have is, why wouldn't I use like a Node VPN and that's what it says here. VPNs don't do these things, but is that really true? I don't know. So yeah, small market cap, big ambitions. We don't know who the team is. Are they doxed? Probably not. $6 million market cap and DEX. I think it's available only on DEX. It's a Solana play, risky, and all-time high was 2. So really difficult to tell you. You know what crypto is like, right? Especially with like these deep in projects, very difficult to. Best I can probably do is to follow them and see how they grow. But it looks like so Patriot is there. Who else is there? Who's following this bad boy? Yeah, look, I've seen too many of these things come and go. Privacy layer for Solana. These are bold claims, and I think there's just so much fundamentally sound projects in my opinion, that it's very difficult for me to venture outside of what I'm looking at right now. Having said that, I would take a look and do further research on it. A lot of it is dependent on like wallet distributions, and that has to be always bullish with these smaller projects. You don't want something that's highly centralized, of course, with the potential of a heavy correction like this. That's a massive sell. I mean, look at that. That was a bad boy. Top 100 wallet. So was that one clip. Let's see that trading bot there. Okay, perhaps not the worst. It's already buying here, so that could be the usual bot. Let's have a look at this other bad boy here. Yeah, on this pump, well, again, that's not really an issue for me, because the top was all the way up here. These are the recent activities. Now, if you look at prior to that, some of these are normal transfers. So yeah, I mean, from a balance standpoint, I think you've always got to find some wallets which have been in the project earlier and see what their activity or behavior is like. And yeah, buying here and the project or the price going down, this looks like a DCA wallet rather than somebody who's dumping the token, so that's not bad at all. It's usually these middle ground, these 1 million plus sell. So who's this? Oh, look at this bad boy here. Transferred. So this wallet, so this is what I call so this wallet here transferred the 3 million token. Absolutely, and then started selling. So this would be an insider wallet, but I got no problem with that. I got no problem to that, bro. I will look at okay, so DS, not bad at all. I think that's a mix. HB said WNTX is looking strong. Let's look at WNTX. Mobile World Token. You know what's funny, right? So these guys have specific revenue that they generate. Reclaim power over your network. Privacy first phones. Okay. World Mobile Token is different from Mobile World Token. So this is built on Ethereum. I suppose, look, if you look at the OG status, this came out in a really kind of towards the top of the market. You see here, it peaked at to February 2022, been in a bear market for a long time, pumped here, and then some more downside. So right now, I think it's obviously below its previous low, or just about equal to. Actually, no, it's the lowest that it's been. It does have utility, of course. Let's see the markets. Aerodrome Finance. I think it's on Base and ETH, right? Coinbase. It's actually on Coinbase proper. Good shout. Under tokenomics up 100%. Mavia, safest place to buy right now. Bottom by the looks of it. Of course, if we have a gaming comeback, I think Beam, Mavia, all of these tokens will do well. I think Beam has been a really good conviction for me. The fact that it's 100, this used to be over $1 billion on a regular basis, just sitting about 1.2, 1.3 billion. And it just looks like it's, IMX, they've all fallen off, right? 147 million for it. which is crazy. And we are now below the October dump. So this is the massive October fall. Look at this beam right now is below it, which is crazy to think about, right? These high balance wallets are buying it, of course, and then if you look at Mavia, well, Mavia's price is 5-6 cents. It's stuck there now. It's a bear market until it isn't, right? 4 cents. I mean, crazy stuff. They've got more circulations as well. Oh, they're still at the 50 mil, which is mad. Give me 1 second, lads. Sorry, guys. The daughter's feeling it now too. Wait, we've done an hour. Anyway, yeah, Beam is good. Big cap, pretty steady. I think 100%, bro. But we'll do another live stream, lads. I'm gonna go and see my daughter. I think she's unwell as well. We all got this virus. But yeah, man. God bless you all. Have a lovely Saturday. Look, regardless of what happens, take the emotions out. Build for the long term. I think you'd be an absolute fool just to be consumed by emotions. Steady, slow, and of course that will win the race for you. Zibek is well, bro. That's a banger. Cetus has it looks like we'll do another live stream. I'll call it a night, but hopefully we'll do another one tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for turning up as always. Big up yourselves. God bless you all. And we'll catch each other on the next live stream. Take care, guys. Thank you to all. Cheers, lads.